Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you guys how I made this. As usual, the first link in the description of this video will get you the project file. Few things will be different. This melody here, the Serum presets and this bass line is all going to be consolidated into an audio file. If you want those Serum presets, you could check out my Serum preset pack, Metamorphosis. It's linked in the description down below as well. Alright, so let's get into it. I've done a couple of Kettama style videos before because I really like his style of music. It is super energetic, exciting on the dance floor, and I've done a lot of DJ gigs where I've been playing his music and it just always slaps. So I've been feeling very inspired by his style alongside X Club, Mall Grab, Skin on Skin, and there's so many other legends, DJ Hardstring. All these people in this scene right now are killing it. I think we're sort of in a renaissance of electronic music, in my opinion. You know, we're revitalizing EDM, and I'm very happy for it. Now, I've taken the time to create this kick right here. And it's actually a combination of two of my kicks from my pack Contraband, which you can also find the entire pack linked in the description down below, the sample pack. It's where I've got all of these sounds from. So this is kick 29 mixed with 24. Transient of 29 with the bass of 24. Yeah, so you get this. I like how warm that sounds, you know what I'm saying? And we're at 138 beats per minute. After the kick comes the clap. Alright, so we've got this clap number 19 from that same pack. Also, if you're wondering what this is millimeters. Every time I use this in a video, people ask, so I'll put a link to that in the description down below as well. Clap number 19 from that same sample pack here. You mix those two together, you get this. Now, I'll get back to this in just a moment, but I've routed both of these here, track 12 and track 6. I've routed them both into a drum bus with a Fed CB, preserving the transients and kind of just creating a pump compression. It's very little right now, but as soon as I add the other drums in, you'll notice it, because these top layers, they actually kind of, I would say, negatively impact the kick in terms of the mix. Skrillex would never approve. He's a very like clean king, but with this kind of music, you are allowed to be a bit more dirty. So I'm about to get into those top loops here. First, let's get into these hats. All right, because what comes after the kick and clap? It's the hat. Normally, and this is why I have the millimeters so you can kind of see what's going on. Normally, you'd have a hat just on the offbeat like so. So you get like a... And that sounds cool too. But if you want to get that pumping effect that a lot of these Kettama and X Club and Mall Grab songs kind of have, you need the hat on the beat as well. And it can be a lot quieter than the one offbeat. But this is where our compressor comes into play. See, if I turn that off, you're just kind of getting these sounds stacked on top of each other. You're not getting them really glued together. Whereas if you have the compressor on, even though it's minimal, it's almost like that hat becomes part of the kick, which is what we want. See, I spent years trying to figure out why it always sounds like there's a hat with the kick. Sometimes the simple answer is really because there is a hat with the kick. It's just that they've been glued together with some sort of compressor. And then sound selection is very important as well. Next up, we've got this top layer here. Again, we have that, this is an open hat, but we've got that pumping sound. So we add those closed hats together, you get this. Really like techno type of style. Because this genre is called Hardgroove, and it's technically a subgenre of techno. I forgot to mention as well, but I've added a Fruity Convolve to these closed hats. Fruity Convolve is a type of reverb where you can visualize exactly how long you want the reverb to be. In this way, you can create gated reverb by having no reverb and then reverb come in later. That's gated reverb right there. We'll have that for the shits and giggles. All right, so you add the open hat and the clap and the kick. Man, that sounds nice. Few more top layers to go, and then that's really it for the drums. Very simple. So we've got this top layer here, which is not from Contraband, but actually from one of my free packs, which we just released together with a couple other artists. Hallows for Halloween. There's a couple of top loops in here. That's a free pack right there. Anyway, all of these sounds in this FLP you will have. So it's just if you wanted more, then you could check out the Contraband pack. So, but right here, I've just gotten rid of the bass and added some convolve. All right, so that all together, it sounds like this. And then there's an unreleased top loop here as well in this project file. Just adding a lot of mid-range, right? So you add that with the other top loop. It's really about having a full sound, right? So you add all the top layers, it sounds like this. And then we add the clap. You see how that color is really nice. The lighter color there is just the higher frequencies. We add the kick and you get those low frequencies. That's nice dynamic range right there in terms of the EQ. Cool. And then we have lastly this crash. Very simple crash from that same sample pack Contraband. All right. Simplicity is key when it works. Altogether, the drums sound like this. Very cool. Let's move on to the juicy bit here, the Serum presets. Like I said, this is going to be consolidated into audio files just for you. But if you do want the actual Serum presets, you can download the Serum preset pack. So I'm using these two very simple presets here. One is called Bass Butterfly. I've adjusted it just slightly. So this used to be a square wave, as you can see. Used to be that square wave, or this one. And I've made it here saw wave instead. There you go. This one I've kept the same though. So it's like a square wave, but completely using asymmetrical warp just to put it all the way on the left. It creates sort of that nice sound. With this modulator and the cutoff filter. This is the effects chain. Anyway, like I said, all the presets are in the Metamorphosis preset pack. Perfect for this type of music. This bass line is exactly as far as I could copy the bass line from this song, Pretty Green Eyes. We're layering this on top, this lead. If you get the pack and you open Kate whole, you'll realize that this chorus pitch has been adjusted. So just adjust the chorus pitch to these values so you get this harmonic effect. All right. So just adjust this one. You add the bass line on top of that and you get this. And to kind of give it a little bit more flavor, I've added this vocal chop from the Contraband sample pack. You can barely hear it, it's just a layer. Add the bass and lead. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, I've added this sub and put it an octave down just to create a really crunchy effect because the distortion here is clipping it together. If I turn it off, see, add the distortion. If I turn off the sub, it sounds very dry, and I like that like warm distortion sound. Obviously, what you got to do is then go into the effects chain here and just get rid of the sub. Otherwise, you're going to have a sub in the lead, which you don't want because we have a sub in the bass. Mixing. I have an in-depth mixing tutorial, which I will link at the end of this video. We are adding a sidechain. Now, the sidechain is following the kick. It's ducking the volume. At the sidechain, you're going to get this. Add the kick. Hats. really happy with how that turned out. I might use this exact FLP, just switch the melody and bass line to create my next song, because I really like this FLP. I'm really giving away a weapon here. All of the sounds in this exact FLP are fully yours for free. But on that note, like I said, if you want an in-depth mixing tutorial, all of my top tips, then check out this video. It's gonna pop up on screen right here. I'll really take your production to the next level when it comes to mixing. Cool, thank you so much for watching, and peace out till the next one.